Wow, your head too shiny?
Yeah, way too. Oh, hey, Nelly, there we go. What up, everybody? How are we doing? We are live on Thursday night with Danielle. If you don't know Danielle Pacheco, you should.
Danielle's a Dodger fan.
No, not a Dodger.
Thank God she's not.
No, Braves fan.
Braves. That's what she said.
Braves. She's very brave to be a Braves.
Tell us why.
Well, my stepdad used to play for the Braves. So
Her stepdad played for the Braves.
Yes,
That's why she's a Dodgers fan. I mean, Braves fan.
Dude, don't even talk Dodgers in here. Nope.
Well, anyways, we're back live. We didn't go last week because we had schedule changes, stuff that we had going on.
There were some family things going on, and I'd like to bring that up real quick.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I would like to give a huge shout out to my father-in-law who passed away after our last show, literally after our last show last week. Love you, miss you. Tony Quadros, fuck you.
Yeah. So it's been a rough month.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, we've run through a lot of it and kind of brought that up a couple of times. We are going to speak up a little bit more tonight because it's too hot in here to not have air conditioning.
Yeah.
So our air conditioning's on, our fans are on, so we'll speak up a little bit more tonight to make it a little bit easier. And it's hot, and I know everybody's out and about.
And it's because Danielle's here. It's so hot. Just so you guys know,
And
okay?
I'm super loud because I am a cheer coach, so don't
Yes,
worry.
that's
I will
right,
project,
yes.
no problem.
My eardrums already are blown.
Yep, 100%.
Ready? Let's go.
So in the middle of all this, before we get into Danielle and her Dodger fandom, we want to talk about some of the stuff that's been going on. We have a ton of videos that have just popped
Yeah,
up.
boom, 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 boom.
Solid. So Tuesday we drop a video, Saturday we drop a video, and we usually have a live on a Thursday.
Yes.
So name some of the people that we've
John. If you haven't seen the John
That's a
Wayne
good joke.
one, or Arushi Sushi Naga.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Arushi.
That is such an amazing show.
Oh my God. The energy that came out of that show was absolutely phenomenal. I got to tell you.
She's an actress, and she
Phenomenal.
works with women on mind and body transformations.
Yes.
So she's in just the energy that she brought was.
Rob
Holy
actually
cow.
had a one-on-one session afterwards with her. It was pretty cool.
Yep. So I'm every woman now.
Oh
What else we got? We had so much. We got stuff coming up.
yeah.
We literally have booked pretty much all of our shows.
So we have 39 more shows, interviews to do between now and October.
So our whole year is
live
booked.
shows. Yeah, pretty much.
And we're adding some in between.
Oh, of course. And then we also have a few other surprises that might be coming
We'll
at
tell
you.
them.
So, okay, brain fade. There we go.
There you
Anyway.
go.
I have been in contact with some folks who I'm not allowed to speak with. Speak about just
You've been
yet.
talking to people you're not allowed to speak with.
Well, speak about yet
Yeah.
on here. But they're going to be tremendous stories and tremendous interviews with
Oh,
people
good.
you guys
Stuff I
don't
probably
know.
don't know.
You don't know yet.
That's great.
And I'm not
That's
going to bring that. But also, I did something kind of fun the other night. The Berkeley Psychic Institute. I got a reading. And their students trying to hone in their skills and their psychic ability and all that stuff. And I got to tell you, not only was it phenomenal, it was absolutely amazing on how they were dead on some things. And they talked about past lives, which, obviously I don't know about, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So there might be, I can bring that up. There might be a show with them in the near future or far future, because that was pretty cool.
Another thing is At the Grounds, which is a huge supporter of us. And we're a huge supporter of At the Grounds.
Oh,
Yes, exactly. Coming up, when is that happening? We're gonna go out and film.
August 15th and 14th. We got the Taco Smackdown on the 14th.
Taco Smackdown.
We got the Sinister Creature Con on August 15th.
The horror
Let's
film.
go. Dude, I'm fangirling right now.
Oh my God.
V. Neal, for all of you that know Face Off, that was on the Sci-Fi Channel, V. Neal's going to be there. Nikki, who won one season, or Nicole, I should say, excuse me, who won one of the seasons, is going to be there. Oh my God, I can't wait. A total fangirl moment for me.
Yeah, there's some amazing
Absolutely.
people that were in, not the recent It, but the original It movie.
Yeah.
A bunch of the kids that were in that are actually going to be there for autographs.
Atreyu from the Never-Ending
Atreyu
Story.
from Never-Ending Story.
The Never-Ending Story.
There's so much. You got to check out the website. You probably going to want to be there, and Chris will be there, and we don't know, is it Emma, or do we know who's going to be?
Well, we don't know. It may just be me.
Okay. Right now, I can't do it. I work on the weekend, so I can't.
I'm trying to talk Emma, who is my daughter, who has broadcast experience.
Yeah.
Won a national championship with, as you guys know, Ben Barnholt. But anyway, we brought him up a few times. But I'm trying to talk her into it. So, hey, folks, if you guys can comment and let her know that she should do it with me, because she has to, and I'm her dad, and I said so. But anyway, that's a different story. But please, let her know.
Do it, Emma.
That's right. Her Instagram is at Emma Bean, or at _ Emma Bean. So please message her, let her know she has to do that.
Yeah, it's like her inbox just blew up.
Yes.
Yeah, she's open for dates and.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
Emma,
a
I love
surgeon,
you.
so.
And she has
Emma's my spirit animal.
Oh
We
yeah.
found that out the other night at Chris's happy birthday.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's right. We had Chris's birthday. We
I'm
went over-
officially a 49er
That's right.
and a 49er fan too, by the
There
way.
you go.
Go Niners.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got going on.
Yeah.
That's. Oh no, we got one more to talk about.
What?
Ghost Walk.
Oh, Truckee Ghost Walk. We're doing it.
Uh,
When? I don't know, but it's
we're
not
working
going to
on
be July 31st.
Okay. Well, we're trying to figure it out. It's an evening thing, and Truckee hosts a Ghost Walk at night around the little town of Truckee, and they talk about where paranormal is happening.
Oh, I would.
So
love
they've
that.
invited us to come on the tour.
You
Things
wanna
are
go?
happening.
I so want to go.
Okay.
I really want to go.
Who else out there would be interested in going?
A lot of people would want to go.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Ghost
We
Walk?
can give you the earliest notice of 10 days.
Oh yes, yeah. Right.
So if you are interested in joining us, we're going to put it out there when we actually can physically put down the date. Because Rob's definitely going to go, even though he's a wuss. I mean, a fraidy cat.
I'll
But
be
he's
screaming probably. I'll do the little.
But afterwards, we'll have some fun. We'll talk. We'll BS. Interview everybody. See how they felt, what they saw, or just if they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. What do you think? Do like a forum.
Yeah, this is amazing. So there's a lot of things that are happening. Gosh, just like we said, we're already booked out till October. We're gonna have Halloween stuff that we're gonna be dealing with.
Oh my God, I
We're gonna
can't
go-
wait till
I think we should go find the best haunted houses in Sacramento.
Yes.
Yes. And Full Spectrum. My understanding is they're going to be investigating a cemetery sometime soon. They're trying to get through all the logistic fun stuff, but
Okay.
I definitely am looking forward to that because it was kind of brought up about that and going to Columbia, but Columbia, I think, with all of the C word stuff, it didn't happen this summer, but it may happen in the fall.
Right.
We're still waiting on word from Full Spectrum.
A lot of stuff's starting to open up, but also it's kind of a little sketchy still on whether they can do tours and stuff.
True.
Auburn hasn't opened up yet, and there's just a lot. We're working with a lot of people want us to come out and stuff, but there's also scheduling and stuff.
Yeah.
But we've got a full plate
Yes, we
of
do.
stuff going on here with What Up.
Love it.
Yeah. So let's go right into it. We happen to have, like as you can see, who's making us look better, Danielle,
True.
You're so
the
nice.
Dodger Pacheco.
Don't tell anybody. Hey, stop with that Dodger talk. Go Giants, let's go, baby. First place by not one, but 2 games. Folks.
So the first time that I met Danielle, she took over the father-daughter dances at Lincoln Crossing, and I don't know if it was the first year you did it or the second, but you walk in. You don't even walk in. You pull up in your car, and there's a real horse
You good.
to greet you as you go in.
That was the Kentucky Derby.
Yes,
Was it
Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
It was
without
the
a
most
horse?
fun. We had so much fun.
Win tulips, anyone?
And she had a real horse sitting there waiting to greet him. Like, who does that?
That girl.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
It was amazing. So how did you end up taking over the father-daughter?
So I was very fortunate. A few of my colleagues were on the PTC, and they needed someone to take over the dance. My background, I actually was a political fundraiser for a very long time, so it is something that I have a niche for. And so I thought, okay, I can do it. And looking at different themes, I really thought the Kentucky Derby would be fun, like
It
the
was
big
amazing.
hats,
It
the
was
bow
amazing.
ties, and we were very lucky. 12 Bridges Middle School works really well with Lincoln Crossing Elementary School, and they very sweetly let us do it there. And I've been doing it ever since, and we've had some really great themes, and we have great parents, great families that support it. And so, yeah, I love doing it. Believe me, I get as much fun out of it
It's
as I
incredible.
think everybody else.
We
does.
missed my daughter's 5th grade. She had the blue. It
Oh.
was so sad. 3
Was it
girls
the
did.
masquerade ball one?
Yes, I missed it.
Yeah.
We missed it. We had to do a date later. But, I missed the daddy-daughter dances.
I
They
do
were
too.
so, it's
I
killing
have
me.
to agree with you. Those were fun.
They were so much fun, and even
Oh my
like the
God,
dads
yeah.
would just get into it, and the dads would have fun, and it was just a lot of fun. The kids, when they were really little, when they were like 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, they just disappeared. You never
Yeah,
see
you
them all
never
night.
see them.
Like you don't get to dance with your daughter. 4th and 5th grade, you could go, hey, will you dance with me? And you'd have those special times and moments, but they'd have the line dancing, and they had people teaching line dancing, and we were doing all sorts of fun stuff. And the dads were out there having a great time. It was just amazing, the events that you put on. So
Thank you. I love doing
that was
it.
my first introduction to you. But you're also been involved in the cheer program
Correct.
for the Junior Zebras as well.
Yes, and I still am. This will be my 6th year.
87th year.
I know, right? With the Junior Zebra program, I'm also on the board, which I absolutely love. I am assistant to our cheer coordinator. I've been very fortunate to be part of this program. One thing about Lincoln that I just absolutely love is it is definitely one Lincoln. It is so encompassing of our city, our families, our kids, and we have such a strong support unit, and I couldn't be prouder to come from that program. I spend a lot of that, but I love it, and the best part is seeing these kids grow. And what is really special to me with taking on this additional new great role as the 12 Bridges new cheer head coach, I am now circling back to the kids I first started with.
Oh, yes.
And so for me, that's one really special part of this journey is I get to be with these kids that I saw grow over the program. I didn't get to stay with them. I stayed with other ones, but I've gotten to see them grow, and I get to continue on with their journey in their high school. And I just think that's special. And one thing about coaching, yes, I love to win. My girls, we do win, but what's more important to me is that seeing them gain the confidence and turn into these amazing humans that just aren't role models while we're on the field, but off the field in school and with their peers. So that's a really big part for me. I think our youth is our future, and you gotta just give all you can and help them grow. And I think coaching is such a big part of these kids' lives. It takes one bad coach and it can ruin the sport.
True.
Any sport it is.
Yep.
And every position is important. One thing with cheer, it's very much a team dynamic sport. Nobody is just the best in one way or another. We need everyone to make our routines work. And that alone gives these girls these confidence that I think is so important, and that we're kind of missing nowadays, especially with our social media and whatnot. And so having to interact with each other, and if a stunt's not working, going, okay, how do we fix this? Not pointing fingers, you did this, you did that, but instead, what can we do to make this work?
Yeah,
and I think that goes in all parts of your life. So.
Well, and so I was doing a little reading up on you.
Oh,
So
cool.
you were a cheerleader.
I was.
You were
yes.
part of a pretty big program.
Correct. Yeah.
You've actually had some national championships. This isn't just your standard
Not for
cheerleader.
fun. Yeah.
We're talking about full on. So we'll go back to the fact that one Lincoln, everything's one Lincoln until this year.
Yes, till this year.
And there is
now
now a divide.
two.
There's an earthquake. And you're now at 12 Bridges is a brand new high school.
She's a rhino.
I'm a
Their
rhino.
mascot is the chubby unicorns.
The chubby unicorns.
The horn hippos. The rhinos.
Love our
The
rhinos.
rhinos
Talk
are
about me
awesome.
that way.
But I brought that up because Lincoln is so amazing that it's been such a zebra town.
Yes.
What do you think? How is that shift going to be now that there's 2 high schools and what's still kind of a big small town?
Well, it's actually really, I'm kind of happy you actually did bring that up.
Mhm.
So one of the things that we're cultivating just even at the youth level, we are going to have a junior rhino program, but it's all covered under the Lincoln Youth Football and Cheer. So it's all under LYFC. Okay, so it is still all under that, but then you will have your 2 entities. Now, with that being said, even with us at the high school level, I'm working very closely with Sarah Amater. She's the head coach at Lincoln High School. Actually, our girls are going to be doing tumbling together. So we're making sure we're staying together. Our cheers are all of our sideline cheers are the same because your youth program is your feeder into the high school. So for football or cheer, you should be able to have any coach at the high school level, youth level, come into any team and run a playbook, or they should be able to run my side-eye cheer. You should all be consistent. And so we are working really hard to keep that cohesive. And what we do is we have a YouTube channel that our Lincoln High School they put together, and then our youth learns the cheers. Even my high school is learning those cheers. And so we want to continue that bond, and I really hope we do.
Yeah.
But we are at a point where we needed a new high school.
Right.
We were at that point. I do substitute teach too, so I can see it just being in the high school. We're at a point of where we needed to bring another in, and I really hope that I can continue to keep it good, lovely, fabulous on all levels, and that's our ultimate goal.
There's still a rivalry, which is fun.
Well, I mean, we're not going to be playing each other yet. We're in the Pioneer League, so it's a little bit different.
So D4 now, isn't it? Or is D3 still?
I think it's D3.
Yeah.
It's like Bear River. You've got Sutter.
So that's 1 year, but then the realignment.
It will come around. So I went to Granite Bay High School. Since you read up on me, and it was the exact same format. I started out as a freshman. It was only freshmen and sophomores, and it was the exact same. We were in the Pioneer League. At that time, Nevada Union was in there, and Placer was still in there. They've now changed. And then now look where Granite Bay is now, right? So that will change over time, correct? But at this moment, I don't want to be rivals at all. I want us to work together because we love our town, we love our city. But
I remember when Granite Bay became a high school.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a long time ago, folks. So you know.
I know. I came back to do they had me judge like a homecoming, and the most embarrassing thing, they're like, and our oldest alumni. That's here, and it was me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the oldest alumni at this place.
She's like 12.
But it was kind of funny. I'm like, I can't believe I'm their oldest.
So going to Granite Bay.
Yes.
A lot of money.
Yep.
Did you guys get the Intel microchips that the Folsom athletes get
No.
implanted in them?
No, it was not like that.
Are you sure now? They didn't make you take anything just because they could.
Well, and when I lived in Granite Bay, it was actually still horse country. You know, the 2 lanes down Douglas Boulevard.
So, right?
It was not, it's obviously grown quite
And the
a
golf
bit.
course. That was about it.
Yeah. The golf course was rolling, what was it called? Rolling Oaks or whatever.
Rolling Greens.
Yes, Rolling Greens.
Yeah, off of Eureka on the back side.
And I went to Eureka elementary school, which is now like one of their district offices.
Oh my God.
They didn't have, the Granite Bay Golf Course wasn't even built there.
Oh my
That's right.
It came about when I was a senior, so around 99, 2000 is when it came about. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I know, there was nothing out there. So it is, yes, it's changed.
Well, we're in Lincoln. I mean, I've heard stories that not even into the 90s was literally there was just a flashing red light in town.
Yeah.
That
It was right at McBean.
And the freeway went through
on
town.
Boulevard. Yeah.
There's a lot of changes. I mean, this whole area is growing so fast.
It is.
And that's why you needed another high school. I mean,
Correct.
it's amazing how the growth is happening. And those high schools are going to be full.
They will be, for sure. And I know right now they're trying to keep their gateways a little different too, which is very nice. Because I substitute, I'm very lucky I get to see these amazing programs. Like Lincoln High School, their ag program, the farm, is just unreal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I heard they are now the largest high school farm.
It is the largest farm
They bought
west
more
of the
land.
Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, I heard they got more land than they now are.
Oh, now they're the largest.
It's unbelievable. They have their own farm.
It's
Huge.
amazing. You go out there, and I highly recommend anybody if you want to just take your kids out there. They're so great.
Yep.
Just the animals out there are just wonderful. They have floral design. I mean,
They'll take you around the property and all the stuff they're growing in a tractor, and
it's amazing.
it's incredible what they do. They have a phase. Unbelievable.
It's really neat, and they've really cultivated this amazing program. And then you have 12 Bridges. They're going to have the whole biomed gateway. And my oldest daughter, she went through it. We have a fabulous teacher, Mr. Talik, who runs it. And I mean, they are getting just amazing hands-on opportunity too in ways once they get to the third year level and stuff. So, I mean, both schools have so much to offer, and they also have their niches.
Okay, so I got to be rude and cut you off. My sister-in-law, who's a pain in the derriere, is telling me to pull my ear. So I'm pulling my ear, and I want to embarrass her. And the reason why I want to embarrass her is because that's my job as her brother-in-law.
Oh
Secondary to that, that brings up a question.
Okay.
You get to coach my niece, Josie.
I do get to coach your niece.
And I got to tell you.
Wait, time out. Who is this?
This is Nikki.
Nikki. Okay. Just hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
I wanted to make sure we pointed out who it is.
So, my niece is a goofball. She's a character, and she likes to give me a hard time. Which, can you believe me, the innocent one? So, I wanted to give her a shout out, but I also want to embarrass her. So, what are some fun, embarrassing moments of my niece Josie that you know about?
Josie. I think if anything, what would be most embarrassing is just like our families, right? We do funny things and stuff. She's nothing. She's like so good for me.
Okay, how about Nikki then? Let's embarrass her. Let's do it.
So funny. No, I've actually known Josie since she was 3.
Yes.
With Isabel. They went to preschool together and grew up, and Josie's just like this quiet, sweet little thing. And no, I think if anything, she was more embarrassed that her dad made these Hit Squad shirts, which I absolutely love, and she would get so mad. And I'm like, no, it's Hit Squad, and she's like, don't say Hit Squad, Coach Danielle. But I'm like, but it's so cool. And she's like, it's not. It's my dad. You know, that's just what it is.
I know. It's cute.
She's like such a good kid.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she's going to give you a hard time.
Oh, yeah. She's actually texting me right now. No, don't embarrass me, but I have to because I love you.
But you know that kids are so different for coaches than they are for their parents.
True.
100%. Because they also know I'm going to make them do VFs.
So how many VFs does she have to do? Let's see. She's texting me.
How many times did
4,
she text
5, 6, no, only twice.
Only
So
twice.
2 VFs. Sucker.
I'll do them with you, Josie.
Hey, there you go.
Now, she's my buddy, though. Me and her
a great
go
kid.
way back, at least 11 years, you know.
She's an awesome kid.
All right,
yes.
So let's talk cheerleading and paramedics.
Sure.
People don't realize how many injuries are in cheerleading.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I talked to Chris because I announced for football games, and I see more cheerleaders at the ambulance than I see football players.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's definitely a contact sport. So I bring it up because a lot of people don't realize there came a point where cheerleading actually became a sport.
Yep.
And I think it's important to understand that. And are you also doing the spring where they actually compete against each other? The high schools compete against each other.
So they
Stunt, I
have,
believe.
yeah, so they have
Thank you.
stunt.
That's where that was my
Yeah.
leadway while I was trying to remember what it was. I had
Atta boy, strong work. I like the way you.
Yeah, I knew exactly where
Wow.
you're at. So
I had a long way to get there.
I can address certain things as we get to that part. So yes, number one, all of our coaches need to be CDs. They get concussion certified. We
Okay.
all have to. I mean, especially in stunts, they fall down, and we have
They
concussion
go boom.
and we have concussion protocols. We
Oh,
do
yeah.
have to 100%. You have to abide by, and it does happen. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not what anybody wants, but it is. We have to be safe. We have mats that we practice on, and drills and stuff that we do to help protect our athletes. That's number one. The amount of education I have to go through just to coach, just so you guys know, it's very intense. Just
It's about 8 hours of intense. because I had to do it as a high school coach, and it's probably more now than when I was a high school coach, and even in college when I was coaching college ball. But you have to go through concussion protocol. You have to go through a sexual
CPR,
harassment,
yeah.
a CPR class, a first aid class.
Coaching fundamentals is like a 7-hour whole testing thing. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
Which it should be that way. I mean, you're around athletes and these parents are giving them to us to, take care of when that time. And so I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can. There's always more things to learn. Moving on to stunt. So for the high school, we will not have stunt this year. It is a varsity sport.
Oh, okay.
So stunt is a varsity sport.
Until next year.
It is not an actual CIF sponsored sport.
Stunt is.
No,
Sideline
did it finally switch because
It is.
their championships, their state championships was not CIF sponsored.
So stunt is considered a CIF sport.
Yes.
But sideline is not. So we
Right.
still adhere to the CIF guidelines as far as like grades. Grades is a huge part for
Okay.
us, especially I know at Lincoln and at 12 Bridges. Like if you do not have the grades, you do not play. That's just the way it works. And even though it's not CIF, we do that. But once we have juniors, we should hopefully then have varsity, and then we can do stunt.
Right.
And then there is funding. I think one thing that a lot of people don't understand, because sideline is not a CIF sport, we don't have the funding like the other sports at the school. I don't have jerseys. I don't have those things. My parents have to pay for those.
Yeah.
And so
Every year?
and we are very big on just fundraising in general. Like I don't just get mats. Like I have to fundraise that, and it's a brand new school, so we have no funds that way. So we are working our way, and that's my job. That's part of my job to get this program running, and that's why I'm excited about this, because I get to build something great and hopefully make a legacy, to grow.
Yeah.
So that's a big part.
So how do we help fund?
So
That's important.
that is important.
Because I know Nikki has got $1,000 check ready.
She's ready to write it.
She better.
And
So
no, but I think that's important because honestly, Lincoln is such an amazing city, and the people that come and support this stuff, they don't even know
It's
that you need that funds.
Totally.
And I think it's important to let people know.
And we have we have very similar to what you're used to seeing for maybe football, but one thing that is so great about our 12 Bridges is that everybody has this equal opportunity type of situation. So we do have, it will be released on our website, especially when you head over to cheer. There are going to be different donation marks, and you can have signage at our games. They're announced at our games. Then we have cheer boxes that we're going to be doing, and they can have your logo put on our cheer boxes. It's right on the sideline.
I like it.
So those are the things that it comes on me to try to be creative.
To let you folks know what cheer boxes are. For the sidelines, they want everybody to be able to see the cheerleaders at a better angle, to be quite honest. And so they make these boxes. They're like 3 by 3 by 3 by 8 by 24, feet tall. So you could see through them and watch them cheer. And they do little cheers before they go out and do their stunts and all that kind of good stuff to kind of get the crowd going and motivated. So my daughter did that throughout high school as well. And they would do the same thing. So I'm glad to see that it's still going on.
I think it also adds to just the visual effect of having, some high to low and stuff. And it's just something to add that's creative and a little bit different. But yes, we're doing the best we can to fundraise. Our girls are doing things. We just did a bunch of yard signs, and we have an Instagram page that's TBHS cheer. And if you want to go on that, we always
Can you say that slower so our super producer could get that up there for us?
Yes, I'll actually make sure I say it right.
Hold on, stand by, folks. She's getting it. She's pulling it out.
I don't do social media very much, just so y'all know. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people. But it is tbhs.cheer.squad. And you can see all of our stuff. One of the most awesome parts, I do have to kind of brag a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just going to brag a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm usually pretty good about that stuff, but I'm going to brag this one. Our team did bring home the very first trophies already for 12 Bridges.
You guys are the first winners of trophies.
Alrighty, we got 3 first places and 1 second at our UCA camp.
Well done! Chubby
So
Unicorns! Let's go!
That's amazing.
Yeah.
you can say you brought the first awards to the brand new high school.
Yeah, we brought home the hardware. It was
That's
pretty awesome.
In the immortal words of Ice Cube, it was a good day.
It was a very good day.
So I think you need a mashup.
What kind of mashup?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna
I
ask
was
that.
like, what kind?
Light bulb just hit. This is gonna be fun.
Ding, ding,
So she
ding.
does the daddy-daughter dances.
Yes, I do.
She's the cheerleading coach. And she needs to fundraise. You need a daddy-daughter cheer-off.
I think that would be awesome. I would love that.
You see where I'm going with that?
So, I got some information
I
for
didn't
you.
see that.
So back 100 years ago, when my
You were a
girls
cheerleader?
were cheerleaders for Lincoln Youth Football Organization. Lincoln Youth Football and cheer. Sorry, it changed while I was
see.
there.
Yeah.
I won the Jams Dad Cheer Competition.
Yes. I know exactly what that entails. That is
Oh
amazing.
yes, I won it. Thank you, because I almost fell on my derriere
Oh my God.
and did a backflip thingamajigger, and I got everything. Ah! But anyway, that's on video somewhere that won't be found. So just so you all know that.
Oh,
I think
Josie,
Super
are you
Producer's already
listening?
on it.
Yeah, that's right, Josie. You gotta get
Josie,
your
if you're
dad to win.
listening.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, they always like create some amazing ways for our cheer dads to get involved, and that's like, I mean, again, that's part of why we're so lucky where we live. We have so many cool kids and parents.
Yeah.
And cheer parents are diehard.
Yes,
I mean,
I have a very
hard.
I have a very supportive group. Yes, I call my team the dream team. I always have. It's like, we're the dream team. But honestly, without great parents, you're
Yeah.
not going to have a great program.
That's true.
And I think a big part of that
When
is
I'm not
communication.
around it, the teams really struggle.
But what goes? I mean, that all goes hand in hand with communication,
I
right?
totally get that.
100%. Like if you want to be successful, you got to communicate.
Yeah.
100%. If I get to start getting a text message from a parent, you know what I do? I call them.
Yeah.
You just call. You just call and go, hey, let's talk.
So are you to the point yet where that the children take responsibility, or are you kind
Yes.
of good?
Oh, this is the best part. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So even my younger ones, I'm running everything. So a lot of people were like, how are you going to do both teams? How are you going to make them both successful? How are you going to
Very
do it?
carefully.
And if anything, I think I'm more organized than I've ever been because everything's running parallel. And
Okay.
one of the biggest things is these girls now have to log into, we use an app called Band, B-A-N-D, and it's great with sports. But the girls log in, I say, here are the 15 cheers you must know by Monday. They can look at all the cheers, they see all the videos, they come to my practice on Monday. These are my 10 and 11-year-olds and my high schoolers, and they
Nice.
all do it. And then therefore, I can run everything just simultaneously. It's all the
Yeah.
same.
Oh, I got a cheer for you. You ready?
Yeah.
You ugly. You ugly.
No,
Your
we
mama
don't
said
say
you
any of
ugly. From me to you. Sorry.
No, we are completely not.
Okay.
We don't do that.
All right, so I want you.
Yes.
And there's probably a million of these. Share, like, there are kids that come in and cheer are totally shy,
Yes.
right? So this is a big step for them. They're trying to connect to other kids and stuff. It's a tough thing. What's your biggest win? Like kid-wise, like
Oh,
when you were
kid-wise?
like, wow, look at where this kid came from
So
to like,
where they are
oh
now.
my goodness, like when you
Honestly,
can see it.
I know I have so many.
Right, that's what I was
and I
gonna
will
say.
say though, like a great example was actually just from last year to this year. I had one athlete. She was not liking it. I mean, cried every day. It was really hard. I even had to talk to mom. I'm like, I don't know, is this really for her? Like, I want her to love it.
Josie,
and-
was that you?
No, it was not Josie. And I mean, it really, because genuinely, you want them to love it no matter what. And I don't want to bring extra stress to these kids. That's
Yeah.
the last thing you want. And we went through the season. She grew so much. And as you do, I think part of just being in a team, but you're also within a group within a team, and you're in your step groups, and you have all these different goals that you're trying to achieve. So this year, we just had a clinic just to get kids, if they want to try it out, see what it's about, they come out. And I asked, okay, can someone call the cheer? She raised her hand to like call it. She would never, ever, ever, ever have ever done that.
That
And
girl.
I'm literally
That's
there, and
awesome.
I'm like, she wants to
You
call the
cried,
cheer.
didn't you?
I like text her mom. I was like, oh my gosh, you'll never believe this. But those are the triumphs, and this is why you do it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
100%. That's why all of us, I know you, Coach, it's like, that's why we do this. We do it because it feeds our soul, and you see these kids and how much it just.
They're life skills.
Absolutely.
There's things you can learn in the classroom, and then there's stuff that you participate, you learn outside that transcends all things you do.
Absolutely.
And so whatever it is, whether it's tennis or swimming or golf or softball or cheer or whatever it may be, it could not even be a sport.
Yeah.
But it's important to work with a group and having to learn how to be coached.
Oh,
Right?
and
That's
also,
a big part of life.
Oh, for sure. And also being able to navigate through situations that are
Right.
difficult. And I mean, I would leave practice and I would tell the girls, I'm like, if you had an issue today or something happened, please talk to me. I don't want to have mom and dad calling me and I have no clue what happened. I'm like, I'm not scary. You can talk to me. And one of the nice things with this app that I'm running, they can send me it's like a text message in a way through it. And that I found has been really great for these kids that maybe are a little shy or a little bit timid to want to especially if they're new with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of takes that apart and they can go, hey, Coach Danielle, I'm not getting this, or hey, can you just tell me what that outfit was supposed to be for tomorrow? Just those things. And that is giving them accountability. That is making them be, able to engage with their coaches and peers. Because when you get to high school, I mean, no offense, we love our parents, but you're not on the sideline doing the toe touches. She's on the sideline doing the toe. So I want you to talk to her.
It's like when mom comes onto the field during the middle of pregame to bring a Gatorade to their child. It's like, really? Seriously?
Well,
Anyway,
that's
just
sports,
a total
so
there.
it's in all sports that way for sure. But yes, so round about that. Yes, I'm definitely this level, the younger level and up for sure.
I definitely want to bring up the charity, or not charity, but the fundraising for them. Fundraising is definitely a huge thing, as well as for us, Rob and Chris. We have Daraja out there who we're trying to help out to sponsor young ladies to be able to go to school in
Watch
Kenya.
the show because
Yes,
that'll
you gotta go back and
inspire
watch
you
the
to understand
Daraja
what that's
show.
about. Yeah.
It's pretty phenomenal. Secondary to that, we are actually sponsored at this time by Anchored by Spotify.
Yep.
And we have opportunities for you guys out there to sponsor a show with us. Please feel free to get with us at wuplasser@gmail.com for opportunities. You could have sponsored today's live show.
Yeah, that's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming. And also another thing we should bring up, this is our first show that's actually going to be co-show.
Co-show. It's not a co-show.
A co-show.
Co-show.
Co-show. So I also own a media company called 65 Sports.
Yes.
And we cover all the sports along Highway 65. So this will be posted to our 65 Facebook as we rebuild the website and get that up in the next few weeks. This will all come apart. We're going to be interviewing a lot of the coaches.
Yeah.
It's all going to be on one YouTube channel. So
Right.
you'll find it here, but the links will be here. So you're the first 65 Sports crossover into how we're connecting it all together and under one company.
Thank you.
I love that.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm so happy.
You even beat out Coach Bean. Coach
I
Bean
love
is
Bean, though.
getting
Bean's
ready to
the
get
best.
onto our show.
Bean
so.
is the best. He's great.
Yeah.
His daughter's in our youth program too.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So I've
So
known them all
inspirational.
for
So it's great because we're Lincoln. We're going to get a lot of Lincoln coaches. But we're Rockland. We're Roseville. We're going to go further than that.
Absolutely.
There's something that we've been learning when we've been interviewing a lot of businesses around here. And it's kind of it's amazing. We talk about Lincoln and how strong they are and how well businesses have been supporting each other through this whole craziness.
Yeah.
Rockland's been the same. Roseville's been the same. And we got a new guy named Matthew Oliver who's supposed to be on the show too.
They just opened that steakhouse.
They just opened it tonight, right?
Yeah, it was tonight. I think
Antlers or something like that.
I
So
still
Matthew
can't wait.
Oliver, we're just welcome to Lincoln.
Yes.
And we're loving it. But this guy
Oh,
would
God.
show up at the other businesses. He'll have a meal at the other restaurants. He lives it. This guy doesn't only just this guy doesn't just
Squirrel.
talk it. He lives
I
it,
love
and
that.
that's how we come across.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we support the businesses in Rockland Roosevelt. We go eat, we support them, we try to do shows, and we try to support as much as we can. I just want to thank him for coming because I know he's also very much supporting the programs around here as well. So big shout out to Matthew Oliver, but I also want to shout out to all the Lincoln people
Oh,
on
absolutely.
how much they've rallied to help support businesses and programs and with schools. So it's just amazing how a community can come together and be this way, even though there's a fracture between two schools now. And
We
how
want
that
everyone to
plays
be
out.
Successful. I mean, part of why I'm on the board is like you want to help programs that maybe are struggling,
Right.
and that I think is so important because yes, we love Lincoln, but we want all athletes. If they want to cheer, or they want to play football, or they want to do something, you want to give them that opportunity.
Right.
And so, I mean, we work with many programs. I've sat down, we talked with Del Oro, Rockland, all of them, and and we sit there and we exchange ideas because, I mean, yes, you want to be successful in your own city, of course, but part of why you do what you do is you just want all kids to get that opportunity.
And you know what? There's amazing. I've seen many times where you see somebody from another school that overcomes, and it's amazing to see how the other community will support that.
Absolutely.
It's really neat to see, and I know that happens all over the world, but it's one of those wonderful things that we get, and I seem to see it more around here than I do other.
Well, part of that is because we started this small town.
Right.
So our cheer director, Donna Best, when she started, it was actually the Lincoln Colts, Bay Breast,
That's right.
our youth program,
Interesting.
and she had like 30 cheerleaders. That was it, and now we have almost 100, and so when you look at how you grow that, but you remember and you're humbled on this is where you came from, and that's why you go and you want to help those other programs that are starting. I know West Park is new in our area too.
Right.
They're starting that.
That.
Yep. And so in some programs that maybe were at the top at one point, they have some troubles and they're back then, you know, and it goes hand in hand for all of us. I want to play 10 different schools. I don't want to play 2, we want competition. I think that's healthy for all of us, right?
Did West Park actually open yet? I can't
Yes,
remember.
yes,
It
it
did.
is.
I couldn't remember.
Yep.
So do the cheerleaders obviously have their uniform?
Yes, well, technically, they're going to get them this week.
Oh,
I
okay,
now
that's
have
what
all of it. I just all came in today.
So what do they know when they're getting them?
They no, now we just told them on Monday.
They're getting them Monday.
Monday, ladies. You get
Monday at practice, their very
uniforms.
first practice, they're getting them.
I remember my first football game, and I went home and I put it on, and I mean, this is going to be an experience. And there will be the first ones to ever wear
A rhinos, like
Rhinos.
yeah, I know.
Wow.
It's really
It's
really
going to be kind of an
special.
emotional, special.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for them.
Oh,
I am too.
And they got to be thrilled. I mean, what a great, they're pioneers of what's going to happen here for many, many years. I remember when Whitney, which is right down the street, right? And they were freshmen and sophomores. And I remember how those, they had the first couple of years of struggling being in a new school, and then flourish. And the people that started it laid the groundwork. And so these kids are going to do the same.
Yeah.
And you get to be a part
and
of
I
that.
get to be a part of that. That's what. Well, that was a huge part of why I really wanted to take this on.
Yeah.
I talked about where I was from Granite Bay. You go to Granite Bay High School, they still have the pictures from the class of '99, class of 2000 on the very first day.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the front in white go-go boots and a jean
Yeah.
dress. I totally remember. You can still see it. You'll know exactly
so
what there's Coach Danielle. And but they have it there, and it's such a reminder of exactly that.
Yeah.
And when I went back to that homecoming, I was talking about where I'm the oldest on Monday. They still do the same class colors. They were still doing all these traditions that we implemented so long ago. And at our camp, I was telling these girls, our cheer girls, I said, "You guys are the foundation.
They are.
This is everything built off what you do."
Yeah,
and
right.
think it's a huge.
They're the rock of
Absolutely.
Tilbridge's High. I mean, that's amazing.
So neat. Yeah, it's very, very special. I love it.
So guess what?
What?
Is it that time?
It's game time, right?
Game time, folks. Literally and figuratively. So Super Dupe produces
Doobity doobity doo.
that too, but Super Producer comes up with games for us.
Okay.
Stump the Chumps or this or that. And today we're doing a version of Stump the Chumps, just especially for you.
Great. You're
So-
gonna stop me. I have a feeling.
It's all good, but we're all going
It's
to
the
answer.
easiest game in the world.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to say,
Oh,
there,
I will.
I could sit here and talk with Danielle for hours.
Hours.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank
Like-
you.
Don't tell anybody, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
just thank
Sweet.
you for coming on.
Oh, I absolutely love it.
Absolutely. This is great. It's
Thank
okay.
you.
So would you come back again?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
So Stump, Rob, and Chris, and Danielle is Wordsmith edition. So these are all obscure words,
Oh, great.
and we have to
Wordsmith.
tell everybody what the definition is.
okay.
This is super
We're
producer's
making fun of
favorite one.
Yeah, I see that bleep eating the brain over there.
It's back because last time we did this or that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
It's
So-
like this and like that and like this.
so. The first word is deliquescent. Deliquescent.
Deliquescent.
Deliquescent.
Oh
said
my
that like I
God.
know it.
It's actually deliquescent. Okay, you gotta say it with a little French.
So it's gotta
Deliquescent.
be. Okay.
So,
Chris?
would you like to go first or would you like me to?
You can go. You can
So
sign
I-
all over this one.
So a deliquescent is a form of a store where you can get special kind of croissants out of the French region of Montreal, Quebec. So therefore, they don't just call them delis and they just don't call them croissants. It's deliquescent instead of a bakery because they specialize in different forms of croissants. So therefore, it is a deliquescent.
It's deliquescent.
That's it.
Right.
Yep.
What do you
Absolutely.
think it means?
I just think, yeah, I'm like, I'm still riding on that train. I think that it's something that's delicious.
There we go. I like it. Something that's delicious, folks.
What is it?
I think it actually goes back to New York. And it actually is kind of how the word starts and ends at scent
Scent.
and deli, right? So, but it does have a French twist to it.
Yes.
So it is a croissant. It's when you walk in and the croissants have just been finished baked in a
And
deli.
it's a delicacy.
Oh, Sagamagawatsu.
There you go.
What is it?
Gotta speak up, super producer. Let's go.
I want to know.
Deliquescent
That's what I
Delicacy.
said.
That too.
is becoming liquid or having a tendency to become liquid.
We were really off.
It's the tendency to become liquid.
So you drink water and becomes anyway.
Delicacy.
It's like ice melting.
Yes,
Okay.
that too.
Where's the
Yep.
Oh, shit. Oh,
What is this word?
Oh,
We apologize for the Robism right there,
Oh
folks.
would you like to try to pronounce that word?
Oh, let me see that.
Oh my goodness.
let it be known that Rob actually heard this word 4 times before
Oh,
he had a heads up.
Oh my goodness.
Philodunification.
Philokinin Asidushi Fahalipum Insinuations.
Oh my.
That too.
Goodness.
Oh, that's gotta go up on the
On the wall.
Oh yeah.
Let me see that.
It's a 96 letter word.
It's like supercalifragilistic.
Hold on, stand by. Small person getting up. I want everybody to see this word.
That's a word.
Can you see that word? That's word. That's almost like the aha no no. I can't even say that either anymore. That too. Anyway, here we go. So, Rob, I'm going to say you go first on
Well, I
this.
need to look at it because I got to break the word down. This is simple.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this is basically unclogging a drain.
Yeah, you know about clogging
Getting the
drain.
With the Phillips.
purification of the drain
Oh, okay.
unclogged.
I think it means Mary Poppins is mad.
That's Mary Poppins' swear word.
Yep,
I think that's Mary Poppins' mad word.
I agree. I like that one. You know what?
This is the anti-Poppins.
You guys are
That's the
thinking
best
way too much into this. This is actually ancient Aramaic, and
So this,
At the-
we were too deep.
We were
Yes.
too deep.
You
We were
were.
too deep.
and what this is as simple as an ancient Aramaic toothpick. Folks, that's your Cliff Clavin moment of the night, by the way. Just so you know, a toothpick. It's that simple.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right,
What is
it?
it?
Here's how it is pronounced.
That's what I said.
Right, okay. Of course,
Boxinoxahexahydrophilification.
it's the action or habit of estimating something as worthless.
Mary
Kind of
Poppins.
like this.
Good answer.
Mary Poppins.
I think she got it. That's got to go on the.
That was a good
that's
one.
going on the wall of fame right
That
there.
one hit, that's the word of fame.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, finally we have an easier one.
Oh, thank God.
Wow.
Obdurate.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
And all the games that we've played, I think we've gotten one or two. I've gotten one. You've gotten maybe two.
Yep. So I'm winning. Anyway,
And
observation.
our guests seem to beat us.
So, would you like to go first? Or would you
sure.
like-
I think it's just being obtuse and not direct.
All right. So, what this actually is, there's a guy, it's a person, and he goes out and he rates all the objects of art that are out there, and he gives it a certain rating from 1 to 100. And that's what an obdurate is.
Obdurate.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I have no idea what obdurate is. What is it?
Was.
Stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or course of action.
Oh,
Ooh,
right.
I like that one.
It's wrong. So I was closest.
I like that
No,
one.
I
So.
think Coach was close. So I'm gonna award points.
Yeah.
This is now whose line is it again?
It's like this anyway.
Oh,
I love it.
So it's be stubborn in
Yes.
changing your opinion.
Also
No,
known as
I'm
Rob.
That's obdurate's a good word. I
It
might
is.
have
I'm
to
gonna
add
be
that.
adding
You
this
should
into
be-
my vocabulary.
Yes. This one is for you.
Oh, thank you.
You can use that, and you can have the card and be like, "You're being obdurate."
Like, stop being.
Look it up.
Look it up. That's your homework
This
tonight.
is our educational moment.
Yes. Obdurate.
Oy vey.
All right, this is a fun one. Omni shambles.
So an omni shambles. I'm trying to say this without swearing. Is numerous mess ups, except you would use a word that begins with the 6th letter of the alphabet. So that's basically what it is in a roundabout way.
I would think falling apart.
That's pretty good.
Breakdown, falling apart. I don't know. I'm not very deep, Chris.
It's okay. It's okay.
I believe this is somebody that's taking the weight of the world in multiple different directions and just is falling apart, like you were saying. But it's just because it's coming from so many different directions.
Directions. I like that.
The weight of the world.
Chris is pretty close on this
Oh
one.
my
A
goodness. situation
situation that has been comprehensively mismanaged, characterized by a string of blunders and miscommunication.
Oh!
You know! That
All
was
right.
pretty
Point
good.
to Chris.
Where are we at? We're at 5 and we
Yep.
have 10.
Yep,
Okay.
better hurry.
Penumbra.
Penumbra.
It's a place in your nebula in your head.
So, a penumbra. It's actually Tasmanian, not Tasmanian, Tasmanian for a bra for a woman that has 3 breasts. That's a penumbra. You know, as we would say try, they would say panum. So that's a penumbra.
This is just a Japanese term
Oh.
for it's like a bra, but it's a pen holder for the shirt. It's a
Oh.
penumbra.
Very interesting. All right.
A penumbria
That
is the partially shaded outer region of the shadow cast by an opaque object.
This is an art
The
term.
shadow of an opaque object.
This is an
outer
art term.
region.
The
Yeah,
outer
you're
region.
definitely opaque over
The
there.
penumbra. Penumbra.
Don't hate me. You're
Oh,
the one
don't
that
worry,
doesn't
we
know these
are.
words,
I
and
mean,
everybody
not.
should know.
Persiflage.
It's, wait.
Persiflage.
It's persiflage.
Persiflage.
Persiflage. Persiflage.
Persiflage. Ooh, persiflage.
Persiflage.
That's pretty good. Persiflage.
Yeah. Being eloquent. Eloquent, well spoken.
There you go.
Persiflage.
So, persiflage is actually a dialect. And what it is so those folks that talk like this, that is the persiflage effect dialect. And that's exactly what it is.
This is actually very simple. I know this one. This is a tool that pulls off the horseshoes off of horses.
Oh, really?
Nope.
No, it really is. That's what it is.
Nope.
Is he right?
Persiflage. Persiflage.
Persiflage.
Chris is sort of right on this one too.
Oh, wait.
I made her think I knew what I was talking
I'm
about.
done for the day. Thank you.
No, is it really? I totally believed you.
I'm like, sort of.
Sort of.
Still, that's close enough.
Light and slightly contemptuous mockery or banter.
Oh,
Thank you.
Half point.
folks. Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Definitely not eloquent.
Half point.
Did you put that sideways for a reason? Or is that a Y or an
That's
X?
an X.
Looks like a sideways.
Sorry.
Read English.
Because I was going to say a bad word, so I don't know. Quincunx?
Quincunx. Quincunx.
Quincunx. Quinc.
So Quinn is 5. So
There you
we
go.
had 5.
5 kunks.
Oh, she's on the right path.
5 something.
Yeah.
I have no idea. 5 something.
Just come on.
5-sided objects.
There we go.
There we
Okay.
go.
Go ahead, Rob.
Are we going to get the clip clavin?
No, we already had that.
We already had clip clavin?
Yeah, for the phenolipidly opium tubification.
Well, I'm going to go with 5 something because we're on that. But kunux? 5 kunux. So it's 5 kunux.
All right.
That's
There you go.
whatever kunux is.
Whatever.
So what this is,
That's what you would
is
say on SATs.
actually Latin for 5 conches. The quincunx is kunx. I said kunx,
So
not the other word.
So 5, your 5 consciousness.
Exactly, that too. But it's the 5 consciousness that you have in your brain that's out and about and around and through and between. So therefore, it's your 5 I can't even say
It's
it.
like the-
Consciousness.
Quick comes.
Kunux. 5 of those.
Okay, an arrangement of 5 objects with 4 at the corners of a square or rectangle and a 5th at its center. Used
think
for the
like
5 on a dice or playing card.
I think that she was
I was close.
Close.
really close.
So
That
you're
girl,
conscious.
yeah.
That was really good.
I like the consciousness. Yeah, that too.
I was thinking of the 6th sense. Like
That's
that
right.
is 5, not 6.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Oh, triskaidekaphobia. I know exactly what that is.
You
That is the fear of the number 13.
That's it.
wow.
Oh no! That's 3 people. 3.
That's 2.5, Chris.
Yeah,
my
I
goodness.
still count 3. Triskaidekaphobia.
I had no idea. You said it like you knew that.
Bam.
You were on
It's because
it.
I'm psychotic.
That's because neither one of them have that.
Huh?
That's
You don't
our
have a
favorite
problem
number.
with the number 13. You like that.
I love the number.
Like,
It's my favorite number.
So should I just stop for the night and let them finish? Because I'm like whooping their derrieres.
Validity.
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 The act of levitating.
I like it. I like.
Because normal.
Good
levitating-
answer. Good answer.
Normal levitating is not active. So it's the active levitating. I love it.
I'm not very good at this.
You're doing great. Neither is Rob.
Hey, we could always go back to chia.
Yeah, Chris only knows one flower, so you're way ahead.
You're way ahead on that one.
Yeah, that's right, folks.
You got on validity.
Well, a variety is a voluptuous person that has a lot of vision and focus on their surroundings. So that's variety.
So why are you talking about it?
Because I can.
I'm stumped. I can't believe these are tough.
All right, a wish or inclination not strong enough to lead to action.
I
So
like
it's not an act of anything.
There's no active anything at all.
Literally in the definition, no action. So not an act of levitating whatsoever.
Oh, you babe. Are we done?
No, we got
No.
2 more.
You have one more.
No, I got one for you guys. Limerence.
Limerence.
Well, it's actually limerence because it went from that is the origin of limerick. And it's actually a limerick. And as everybody knows what a limerick is, it is a line by the nickname of Rick. So therefore, it's a limerick, which is actually an Irish poem.
Interesting.
That's the origin.
Limerence. Someone who complains a lot.
You guys are both wrong.
Okay.
It's actually limerence.
Is that really what it is?
Yep. I can tell you everything.
I'd be like, oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, the best guest ever.
That's true.
Or a gullible guest. Most
I
gullible.
am definitely gullible. I believe those things. Okay,
And the most gullible award from What Up with Rob and Chris goes to Danielle.
All right, it is the state of being infatuated or obsessed with another person.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, I got one to add.
Oh,
You already
God.
know this one, so you can. Hippopotamonstrossequipedaliophobia.
Okay, so it's a fear of something.
Yes.
It's a fear of hippopotamuses.
Nope.
It is actually the fear of hip hop music.
Oh.
It's actually the fear of long words.
Boom. Drop mic. That's right there, right?
Great show.
Oh my God.
Danielle's the best.
Danielle.
Oh my
thank
gosh. We have to come out to the
Yes,
cheerleading
please.
and do a show out on the
I
field.
love that.
The girls are amazing. We want to show how amazing they are. They work so hard. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
We're proud of the new high school and the girls that are going to,
Very
be the rock of
Yeah.
the new chubby unicorns. I mean, rhinos, right?
Rhinos.
I love the chubby unicorns.
I do
No
too.
rhinos.
I'm excited for what they're about to bring to the table and lay the foundation for everybody else to come along. And I'm really happy that you've taken over. When I heard about it, I was so excited.
Oh, thank
and
you.
the community was really excited to hear about it. A lot of people know what you do and what you bring to the table.
Well, thank
So
you.
we're so thankful you came on the show.
Yes, thanks for having
Love
me.
you.
It. Thank
Now
you.
I know you're
Love
like
you
my
guys.
neighbor.
I am like your neighbor.
Give your girls a big hug for me.
I will. I'll make
Yes,
sure I
please.
give Josie those 2 VFs.
Ah, Josie. Ah,
Just kidding.
What up? We will see you next week.
What up? And don't forget opportunities to be the sponsor of one of our shows.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yep. All right. What up?
See you
Thanks for
guys.
playing.
All right.